What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Stand a little taller. Doesn't mean I'm lonely when I'm alone. What doesn't kill you makes us fall.
Hi, everyone. I'm Allyson Phelan-Eagan, and this is Kicking Cancer to the Curb. Today, I have a very special guest, Jonny Imerman.
It's great to see you in person. Love it. You're good energy right here.
He's good energy. Let me tell you, from the minute that I met him, this is how it went. He sent me an email. We were introduced through email. He sent me an email. I read it, and I replied, I love you.
It was love. It was immediately circular love. It went both ways. Both ways.
And he writes, I love you back. I'm like, that was so easy.
Oh, yeah. No, you got it. The world needs more love. It needs more hugs. We were just talking about that offset a second ago. The world needs more hugs. There's never too many of those.
Never. No, not enough love, not enough hugs, not enough compassion, support, encouragement, cheering, enthusiasm.
That is for certain. No question.
Okay, so what's happening tonight? Share with us.
So tonight we should have a great event. We have a bunch of survivors who are coming out. We've got a lot of friends and family. We're expecting about 200 to 250 people. And I live in Chicago, but it's great to be here in LA. Love the LA people. Love the weather. I mean, who doesn't?
Yeah.
And tonight really is about spreading awareness and educating the community in LA about what we're doing. And Imerman Angels is all about making sure that anyone diagnosed with cancer and they're alone is able to find someone who's a survivor like them to help them, to motivate them, to help them, to shed light on the road ahead. And that's what this thing is all about. So tonight is really number one about educating the LA community that we're here. It's free. We've got 6,000 cancer survivors worldwide ready to mentor and help the next person.
Right, yeah.
And
I'm one. I'm mentoring. I'm mentoring.
Two of 6,000 are right here.
I'm an Imerman Angel now.
We're honored and flattered to have you.
Oh, thank you. I'm honored to help somebody.
Well, people like you, AE, are the reason the idea works.
He calls me AE.
Because every survivor has a story. When some girl is diagnosed in Tulsa, Oklahoma with the same thing that you had and beat, and she's starting her chemo next week, who does she want to know? She wants to know you because you've been there.
I didn't have that. I didn't have that. Everyone I knew had breast cancer. I was the only one with colorectal. I was the only woman in Los Angeles with colorectal cancer, and I couldn't find anybody. I see, if I had known about you then, I could have found somebody to connect with.
No question.
Right?
If we had known you then, and we had reached you then, we would have hooked you up with another girl your age who also has kids, who also went through the same thing, who also did the same chemo and came out on top. And living
that's
a
what you want to hear.
Happy life. Exactly.
That's what when you're going through chemo, all you want to hear is, I did it. I made it. I beat it. Like, that's all you want to hear. That's what you want to focus on.
That is it. That somebody did it who's like you, gives people hope. Yeah. You know it's possible.
Yeah, I know. I searched the internet, movies looking for, I even watched Rocky.
That's a good one to
inspire me. I'm like, he did. I can do it. But it means a lot when you hear about people that have the same cancer, the same stage, and same age, like you're saying, and they beat it. That gives you so much more hope. And I did meet other fellow cancer people, but that they didn't have what I had. I felt very alone.
Yeah, and I'm sorry that you had to go through it that way. No one should have to. And that's the need. That's what we're going after. That's what we're trying to close the gap of.
That's brilliant.
There is a survivor out there for everyone.
Okay, so let's go back to the beginning. What were you doing before cancer?
I used to work in commercial real estate, wore a suit and tie every day. It's like a different lifetime.
How
did I
not
do
you
it?
in a suit and tie.
I kind of convinced myself that didn't really happen, but somehow it did. I don't know how, but that was my world before, and I got diagnosed.
How old were you?
I was 26.
A baby?
Still a baby, but we're both babies. But that's all relative. It's all how we live, right?
Yes.
And I was doing grad school at night. I thought I was headed to the business world. That was my path.
Right.
And after going through the cancer experience, slowly, within a couple of years, I realized I had a different path. And immediately after my own cancer, I went back to my local cancer center in suburban Detroit.
Yeah.
And I went door to door. And I would talk to the young guys that are going through it one-on-one and just try to motivate them and try to inspire them and try to show them that there is life after cancer.
Yeah.
And they were new, and I was a veteran. Like, I'd already been through it. So I could share a lot of tips and knowledge.
I'm so on the same page. I would do that during treatments. I'd be like counseling the person next to me because they'd be having a meltdown or they look so depressed. And I just, even though I was going through it, it helped me to help somebody else who was going through it.
Exactly.
You know?
I mean, it's just a natural connection.
Yeah.
And it does help us too. I mean, number
does.
one, we
It
help the
heals.
guys that are sick.
Mhm.
But when we're able to share our stories one-on-one
Yeah.
and help somebody
Yeah.
who's going through the exact same thing today, all of a sudden there's a purpose and a meaning to it all.
Yes.
And it feels good to
Feels
give your
really good.
story. Our gift as
Yeah.
survivors is the knowledge of our experience, right?
Yes.
And we want survivors to see that. A lot of them just don't
Yes.
realize it's a powerful gift.
I feel the same way in the sense that my purpose is so much bigger than it was before, and I actually really love my life. Not that I didn't love it before, but being involved with this whole movement, shall we say, it really it makes me feel good. It makes me feel hopeful. I look at other people and I see how, sad and depressed they are. And I'm like, I did this and I went through it and I'm still okay. And even when I was going through it, there were so many random acts of kindness, and I get to meet people like you
Yeah.
and we're like immediately bonded. And it makes all the difference. It's like a better place. Our world is a better place right now.
No question about it. I mean, it just shows us how there's 14 million living cancer survivors. We
Right.
found 6,000. But when you're around
Right.
that giving energy, you really realize there's so many good people in the world
Yeah.
who, for no pay or no reward or
Oh, yeah.
anything,
Mhm.
just want to help the next person.
Yeah.
And there's so many kind, selfless people out there. It's really invigorating. It's inspiring about the world that all we need to do is connect dots in the cancer world
Yeah.
because people really do want to help these people.
Yeah. And when in your process did you come up with this Imerman Angels? Like, when was it? What kind of cancer did you have?
I had testicular cancer.
Okay.
Again, I was 26.
Yeah.
Went through chemo and surgeries and so forth,
Yeah.
removed the testicle.
All that fun stuff.
All the fun stuff that you know all too well. And then at 27, I beat it. I was clear for a little while. At 28, about a year later, I had 4 tumors, and I had to go back and do an 11-inch surgery and remove a few more tumors. But the good news is, once I beat it, I realized that I needed to go back, and I prayed every morning and every night when
Yeah.
I was sick that if I got my life back and I beat cancer,
Yeah.
that I wouldn't pretend that no one else is sick out there.
Right here.
You have to.
Me too.
You have to
Me
deliver
too.
on that
I'm going to give
promise.
back. I'm
You're
going to give
giving-
back.
you
I'm
are,
going to
my
give back
dear.
big.
And
Yep.
you are.
Well, you are too.
And together, collectively, we're a lot stronger.
Yeah.
There's no question about that. Together, survivors are strong. United, there's power in numbers.
Yes.
And that's what it is. I mean, we all work together. We all fill a crack in the cancer world. Together, we make the system a better place.
Yes. Yeah. And do you remember who your first angel was?
I never had an angel when I was going through. I never met a survivor similar to you. So I never knew anyone who was a survivor. But to me, what we do now, it's all about being the angel for someone else. And that to me is the greatest thing ever.
Do you have a good angel story for me?
We have so many. I mean, we have matched thousands of people every year. Let me think which one comes to mind right away.
What comes to mind?
One story I'll always love. We matched 2 people a couple years ago who both live in Chicago. And they work literally 3 blocks apart in the Chicago Loop, which is sort of the business busy area during the
Right.
day in Chicago. One beat, I think it was stage 2 or stage 3 breast cancer, and
Right.
the other one was going through stage 2 or 3 breast cancer. These 2 women became such good friends
Yeah.
that they went for lunch every Wednesday, every week, every Wednesday in the Loop, and one mentored another one through the entire
Wow.
process. But if you think about it, like these 2 women may never have connected. They might have been 2
No.
ships passing in the night,
Right.
just walking on the way to lunch or
Yeah.
leaving the office and not know it. Someone needs to be out there
Yeah.
connecting the dots.
Yes.
And when we connected the dots, we were able to get these 2 women in the same room, and they should be best friends for life.
Yes.
That's the goal.
You are. Once you find somebody in the cancer world that you've connected with, you are friends for life. And you don't even have to say anything because you just know.
Yeah.
You just know.
You do. It's just an amazing connection. It's a
It
unique
is.
bond
Yeah.
that a lot of people will never feel. And so that's what we want to do, to connect all these dots.
You're doing a great job of connecting.
We're lucky to have you on the team. Let me tell you, you are the reason. And all the thousands of survivors are the reason the idea works. The idea is nothing without the people who care.
Yeah. We care.
We
I
care.
think
Survivors care a lot.
Yeah, it's important. It's important to care. And it's important to know that you can make it through and you can have a full life. I mean, I was having a great time before it all happened. It happened, and now I'm having a great time again. It's on a completely different level. And I wanted to ask you, what is the major change that you felt personally in having to go through the experience?
The biggest change for me personally, I think it showed me a path of something I really, really cared about. I had a lot of energy before cancer, and I've always loved people.
Yeah,
I've always loved matching people. I mean, that was part of me. I've always been like that. My mom was over here will tell you that. I've always been talking to people. I always love people.
Yeah, you and I are like enthusiastic soulmates. We're like the cheering squad.
We just want to motivate. We get excited
you were
about
like this
people.
before, right?
I was like this before, but the difference
Yeah.
is it's the channeling. It's the energy became funneled.
Yeah.
And channeled and focused, because there's a specific way to connect people that before cancer I didn't know how to apply that to the cancer world. I had to live through the cancer and go through the experience to say, wait, I've always loved connecting people, and wait, Allyson, you should know Amy because you guys have this in common, or you both like snowboarding or whatever it is, like finding common ground. But then later applying that to cancer seemed like the ultimate connection of one-on-one.
It's so clever.
So simple. I always
So
say
simple.
it's simple idea. It's not ingenious, but together the powers in the
United,
team.
yeah.
United.
Yeah.
It's all about the team.
Do you have a philosophy, a mantra, a favorite quote, anything that you can leave with us as we go into party mode?
I mean, first of all, thank you for doing this and helping us educate the public. We're here. It's free.
Yeah.
We want to help more people. If
Yeah, we
anyone's
wanna
sick
help.
out there, anyone's sick, anyone's a survivor, join us. Contact Imerman Angels. Get involved on any side. Anyone can be involved. You don't have to be affected by cancer to help spread the word. So we want to reach more people and help more people, of course. That's
Absolutely.
the goal. We want to help thousands a year, which we do now. Take that to millions. That's what
Yes.
we want to do, one at a time, one-on-one. But the last bit that I want to impart, I want to say to everyone else out there is, live your life, enjoy your life, love life. Life is a beautiful thing, and I'm very into Buddhism and spirituality and being present and finding a lot of gratitude. I pray every morning, I meditate every morning, I pray every night, I meditate every night. Learn to find something we all love in life, help make the world a better place. And if it's not cancer you're touched by, then find something else.
Yeah.
But when you give back, you
Yeah.
find a happiness that I think is such a critical part of life, that if you don't do it or you don't share it or you're not helping someone with less than you, you don't really experience how beautiful life is. The level of gratitude to me, and I know the survivors like you, is so much higher because we all give back.
We're gonna rise like the phoenix, and yeah, we're gonna beat this. Too much life to live to leave this. It's got me singing. Sure, we had some bad days, can't fix them with no band-aids, but I'm breathing, feel my heart rate. It's got me singing. Oh, 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 oh. So throw up your lighters, we'll raise a glass to the fighters. Our light ain't burning out, it's going strong. Do I kick that cancer song? So throw up your lighters for the 12-round survivors. Our light ain't burning out, it's going strong. Do I kick that cancer song? Oh, 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 oh. We're the #1 contenders. Bring it on with no pretenders. Yeah, we'll never say surrender. And we're singing. We'll be standing after these walls, watching the sunrise after these storms. We'll be young again and reborn and running. So throw up your lighters, we'll raise a glass to the fighters. Our light ain't burning out, it's going strong. Do I kick that cancer song? So throw up your lighters for the 12 all becomes clearer who we are. We're fighters, survivors. Yeah, that's who we are. We're fighters, survivors. And that's who we are. So throw up your lighters, raise a glass to the fighters. Our light ain't burning out, it's going strong. To our kick that cancer song. So throw up your lighters for the 12-round survivors. Our light ain't burning out, it's going strong. To our kick that cancer song. Oh, 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 oh. We're fighters, survivors. Yeah, that's who we are. We're fighters, survivors.